In this video, we will add a label text box to the section. Drag and drop the object onto the first section. The label and text box are both added to the eForm. You can rename the label on screen, for example, Apply By. You can copy and paste any objects which appears in section. This can be done by highlight the object, and then press Ctrl+C to copy. Then click the section area and press Ctrl+V to paste. Align the text box to the right position, and then change the label to Apply Date. In eForm Designer, text box object can be further configured into different data types such as user selector, date picker, currency input, etc. Click the Properties icon to do the configuration. For easy manage, let us rename the object ID into Apply By. It is a good practice to name each object with their functional name. Change the label indentation to 140. This shrinks the distance between label and the text box. Let's bring up the Properties window again. Go to Label panel. You can configure the label not to display in mobile view. We will talk about this in coming video. The Font panel adjusts the font type and style of the label. The Color panel controls the label for color and background color. The Style panel controls the alignment and border. The CSS style allows you to write CSS code on the label. The Text box panel lets you to configure the data type and data connection. There are several types of text boxes: single-line text box, multiple-line text box, password, date and datetime pickers, user account selector, user account and group selector, and currency. In this case, I select the user account selector for Apply By. I want the eForm to display the login user full name in the text box by default. So, I select user description, which is the full name, as default value. And this is a mandatory field. Data Bind tab maps the eForm object to index field. We will talk about this in later videos. We have defined the Apply By as user data type. Now enable the single user selector so that applicant can only fill in one user account. When it is disabled, applicant can select more than one user. The Font and Appearance tabs controls the text box, font type, and text alignment. You can select to draw the text box border when exporting to PDF. The placeholder is same as the placeholder in HTML, which shows the tops when user fills in the text box. The text box in eForm can display in style of box or underline, which depends on your user interface design. Remember to click Update button to save your changes. To preview your setting, click the Preview icon from the top horizontal toolbar. You will see the Apply By text box becomes a user selector. Let's click the text box and see the effect. You can now choose any user account from the user selector. Now, we click the Design icon and change back to Design view. We continue with the Apply Date and change the object ID to Apply Date. Change the label indentation. Apply Date should use the date picker instead. And the default date should be today. Make it mandatory. And use the system date picker. If you do not check this option, the eForm will use the default browser's date picker. The date export format is where the date format when user exports the data as CSV file. Let's try to preview the eForm again. You can see that the default apply date is set as today, and you can change the date through the date picker.